Hello, everyone. Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is your third fan requested Friday matchup of the week. Valliere versus Prince. That is, of course, Iain Valliere and Tom Prince. And they did select a certain version of Tom Prince, but guys, when you select a guy like Tom Prince, you really have to take what you get, and there was definitely no solid version. There was a couple of the pictures of the version that he requested, but they were all tilted thusly. It was the Iron Man, I believe. Anyway, guys, this is a mix and match version of Tom Prince. He looks pretty good here. I wager to say that he might get an edge in the front double bicep against Iain Valliere. Even though Iain, he's big, structurally speaking. He's bigger than Tom Prince, probably more conditioned. Let's run through the poses. This is a quick one, guys. There was no most muscular for Tom Prince. There was no rear lat spread for Tom Prince. So right there, it's an edge to Iain Valliere for sure. Now, is the lack of calves hurting Iain in this one? Maybe a little bit, but he is destroying Tom Prince in the wheels, at least in the front shots. That seems to be a trend with Iain Valliere. Upper body wise, this is Iain Valliere, no doubt, and this is the only front lat spread I could find of Tom Prince. Go to the side, and this is a good shot of Tom Prince. You can really gauge the man's strengths. I mean, he was just full of thick, three-dimensional muscle separation. Might even give him an edge here. Structurally speaking, again, Iain Valliere is just so huge. Muscle for muscle, it's Tom Prince all the way. But structure, conditioning, Iain Valliere for sure. So close in the side, guys. Go to the side tricep. And again, look at that muscle separation for Tom Prince. Little bit blocky, I have to say, in comparison with this Iain Valliere. For a man without what you would call a Phil Heath, a Rolly Winkler type tricep, for a man that doesn't possess that, Iain Valliere, he looks awesome in this shot. Reminiscent of a Sean Roden, whereas he's not, over domineering in the tricep at all, so to speak, with all due respect. But the guy looks fantastic. So, at the end of the day, very close in both side shots. Turnaround for the only back shot we have. And I kind of am docking points from Tom Prince. And it's not fair because he doesn't have a rear lat spread or a most muscular. I mean, the guy was thick, built. I mean, to not have a most muscular, of course, they didn't hit it as a mandatory shot. I'd almost give this one to Tom Prince. It looks like he's more separated in the hamstrings. Lat insertions, a little bit cleaner, neater of a shot. Now, Iain Valliere, if you see good high-definition footage of him, he lacks muscle separation, but his conditioning is very good. He is vascular, hard, very conditioned. So, at the end of the day, live on stage, I'm sure it would be much more of a battle than just saying Tom Prince, because he has nice lat insertions and good muscle separation in the hamstrings. Closer matchup than I thought. Go to the abs and thigh. And are we safe to assume here, guys, that Tom Prince is going to be getting ripped off? Well, I like Tom Prince in quite a few of the shots. I liked him in the front double. Again, though, that structure of Iain Valliere, very imposing. It's a very imposing structure. And even in a shot like this, where Iain Valliere, he may be coming out on the losing end of the stick. But still, he is not he's not being bullied around, so to speak. Here is your winner, guys. And hey, if you're going to criticize me and say I used a terrible version of Tom Prince, sure. It was all I could find. Give me the better pictures and I'll use them. But anyway, guys, it's not like he was a top 3 at the Olympia. I mean, guys like top 3 at the Olympia. You can find solid versions of them, but not Tom Prince. He wasn't, I don't know, wasn't top 3 at the Olympia, with all due respect. One of the great ones for sure. But Iain Valliere, his legend, not wrote down on stone yet. Still in the history books, or still up and coming. He's an up and coming athlete. Anyway, guys, he will advance on to tomorrow's semifinal Saturday. Iain Valliere. Hit thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.